So now let's learn about some of the common time series operations that you can complete with PyKX. And first, we'll take a look at XBAR. So XBAR is an operation that can floor numerical values to the nearest lower multiple of a user's specified step size. So when you're dealing with very granular time series data like financial data, trades, quotes, prices, things like that, creating a lower multiple of this data will group data into bins or buckets. And what this does is actually reduce the noise and smooth the signal that's represented in your data. So this means it will be easier to understand visually. It could be used for easier back testing and other applications like clustering. So to do this and apply the XBAR operation, all we do is take our table, .xbar, and then we specify the column that we want to floor and the multiple that we want to floor to. So in this case, we want to take the close column, which contains the closing price at each minute in our table, and floor that to the nearest lower multiple of 10. So if we do this, we can see that the close column has been floored to the nearest lower multiple of 10. And in this case, we're viewing the first few minutes, so they're all within the 4260 range. But if we see the last row in our table, it's much different. But the point is that everything is now floored to multiples of 10, so it's going to be a smoother signal for us to visualize and work with. Now, the second operation we'll focus on today is the window join. And what the window join does is it provides us the ability to analyze the behavior of one table in respect to the time neighborhood of another table. So really what this is useful for is time series analysis, financial data analysis, and event correlation in streaming data. But what we'll do to explain this concept is actually walk through the code. So to explain this, we're going to create two new tables to work with that we'll be able to visualize how this window join is actually taking place. We're going to create a trades table and a quotes table. And then what we'll do is create some windows based on the timestamps in our trades table to then apply to do operations on our quotes table. And we'll show how this works in a moment. So let's create our tables, and then let's view the windows that are created. So we know our timestamps in the trades table are right here. They're 10.1.01, 10.1.04, and 10.1.08. These are the three timestamps that we're going to be working with. And we want to create a window surrounding each of those timestamps. And we're going to use this window when we actually do our window join. Now, in this case, we're going to create a range of timestamps, time windows that are 2 seconds before that timestamp and 1 second after that timestamp. So we have our 10.1.01. So 2 seconds before is going to be 10.59, and then 1 second after is going to be 10.1.02. And we do that for each of these timestamps. So now we have a window surrounding each of the timestamps in our trades table. Now let's have a better visualization of the tables that we're going to be working with, the trades and the quotes. And then let's go ahead and perform this window join, and we'll walk through step by step how this join is actually completed. So what we're doing is we're taking the trades table, which is this table right here, and we are window joining the quotas table to that using those windows that we just created above. We're going to be displaying the symbol and the time columns of our trades table. And then we're going to be applying some custom functionality to understand what is the ask minus the bid within that time window and what is the ask maximum within that time window. So let's walk through this step by step. The first time is 1011. And we know that our time window is between 59 and 102. So we're looking at a 4-second time window here. So if we go here, we know that 1011 is within that time window, and 1012 is also within that time window. So these are the two rows within the quotes table that we're going to be joining with our trades table for the first row for this instance. Now we know the rows that we're interested in for this, and what we're going to do is apply two functions. We're going to apply the ask minus the bid. So for each of these, we're going to do ask minus bid, and we see we get 3 and 4, which makes sense. 101 minus 98 is 3, 103 minus 99 is 4. And then what's the maximum ask value within this window? It's 103, and of course, then we get 103. So now let's walk through the second example. So the second time here in the trades table is 104. We know that our window here is then 102 to 105. It's a 4-second window. So what are all of the rows in this table that fall within that window? Well, 102, 103, 104, and 105 all fall within that window. So then we're just going to apply those functions to each of these rows. So 103 minus 99, 103 minus 102, 104 minus 103, and again 104 minus 103, and we get 4111. So that makes sense because if you subtract your ask minus your bid, those are the values that you will actually get. And then what's the ask max? The ask max is 104, which makes sense because that was the maximum value within this range of a window of 4. And then let's walk through the last one here. So 108 is our last time, and we have a window around that expands from 106 to 109. So from 106 to 109, which are the last 4 rows, we need to apply our two functions. Ask minus bid, you have 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, and a maximum ask value of 108. Perfect. So this is how you complete a window join. This completes the last section for our Getting Started with PyKX course. You can now finish the quiz for section 5 and then take the final exam at the end to get your certification. Thank you for taking this course. I appreciate your time and look forward to creating some more advanced PyKX courses for you to take in the future.